how to have a long-lasting, profitable, amazing nail career. We're going to give you all the tricks, tips, all that stuff today, right now on the Biz Talk.
I don't know why I thought that was funny, but it was funny.
But you're not laughing.
I was internally. That was inside.
Inside, laughing. Well, Tracey,
I'm always laughing at you internally, though.
This I know. I know how you can have a wonderful, long-lasting career at not just nails, but Young Nails, Tracey, at Young Nails. You've already started on that path, on this journey. And
I start working for free is how I'm going to be here long term.
That's one recommendation that I had. I think you'll agree that, you know, we do things for passion. You know what I mean? And love.
The passion of money.
Make that clear. Passion of money. All right. Speaking of careers, this is a great episode for anyone that is starting in nails. And even if you're currently in nails and maybe you're starting to feel a little burnt out, I think there's a lot of good stuff we can talk about here. Yeah. And then in addition to that, you know, doing nails is physical. So how do you keep in shape so that you can actually physically do nails for a long time? It's a lot of people's passion. It's their love. You know, they want to stay in the passion.
Say it that way from now on.
So there's a lot to talk about here, but let's go first with somebody starting out, Trace. What is some good advice you can give them if they want to have a long-lasting career in nails?
I think the number one thing is set up good habits now.
So what do you mean by that?
Learn the electric file out of the gate. A lot of people are like, well, you know, I'll learn that after I learn how to do nails. Right now you have no habits. Right now you don't know what you're doing. So why would you want to kind of learn what you're doing and then revert back? Because it's very hard. I did it after 6 years.
You hand filed?
I hand filed for 6 years, except for cutting in smile lines. It was very hard to change those habits. Like my natural instinct is like, it's faster to grab the hand file. And it was at first. It was faster to grab. It's like learning to ride a bike. At first, it is still faster to walk because you're falling every 5 seconds. Right. You know, so learn the habits that you're going to want to know in the future.
How often do you see in OWC someone comes in, they don't know Efile, they're new, or maybe they're not new, whatever, but they just don't know, and they're like scared of it and like, oh my gosh, and they're nervous, and then by the end of it they're like just whipping it like it's nothing. I think we've talked about this before. The one thing that I do, which is very mean, because there are some people that are so scared of it, petrified, and I'm like, do it on me. They're like, you're gonna let me practice on you. I really have no problem with that. I think it's important. And the first thing I do, the minute they put that to my nail, I go, ow! God, you're evil. I have literally had someone break down and cry. Of course. But they were on the verge of crying anyway. I'm like, do you feel better? Did we get it out of the system? Is that the worst thing that's going to happen? Yes. Let's move on. It's not bad, actually. Right? Yeah. We got it out of the way. If I take you, right, and you are brand new out of school at OWC, happens all the time, right? And I take Jorge, who's been doing nails 20 years at the OWC. Right. Do you know who's the easiest person to teach? The brand new person. Brand new person. Of course. No bad habits. They'll pick it up faster. So why is that important then, learning the E-file for a long-lasting career in nails? Like, what is the importance? From someone that got carpal tunnel after 6 years in both wrists, and the E-file actually saving my career. Yeah. Wouldn't I have rather want to started out with the electric file and never gotten to that point? Right. It's how I saved the career. Long-lasting career. You need to be mindful of your body, whether that's a good chair, you know, so you have proper posture. Ergonomics, yep. Whether that's the right size table that you're not reaching across,
you know, it might be okay for the first couple years. After you've been doing nails for a long time, we get older.
Yeah.
The body starts breaking down. You want to have all these really great habits and preventive. It's like me when I was thinking about this the other day. I was putting cream on my face the other night, and I'm like, I wish I had this habit when I was younger. It would have been better for my skin. I'd look younger now, but being young, I was like,
yeah, I don't need it.
I don't need it. Yeah. I don't got wrinkles. I don't, it's preventative.
Yeah, preventative, exactly. I think those things that you mentioned too are so underrated. Getting the right chair, posture, huge. Yeah. The right table, like you said. We were talking about this morning on Twitch. It's like if the width of your nail station is like even an inch too long, just that extra extension, 4, 5, 8, 10 times a day is going to start to wear on you.
Yep. And I, being young, got a station that was too big, and I would sit on my leg trying to reach over because the table's cute.
Yeah.
and the older girls in the salon, because it was when I first opened the salon, they're like, no, we cannot work on this. And they were wood, so I was fortunate enough to know someone that was able to cut them and then marrying them back together.
Yeah.
And I still had my cute tables, but they were the right width.
Yeah.
Super, super important.
So important. And so like this kind of makes me think about like a nail tech's career where it really breaks down into like two categories, right? There's the physical and then there's the mental, right? Mm-hmm. So like the physical part, I feel like Efile, it's not even a question. Have to do it. Learning correct, even just little techniques that we're showing on our videos time and time again.
How the client sits.
Exactly.
Huge. Mm-hmm. You do not need to be a contortionist. Is that the right
contortionist,
word?
That's right.
Thank you. Didn't sound right for some reason. And to this day, Habib, when I start doing nails, and it's part because I don't do it all day, my shoulder catches on fire.
Yeah.
And it's because of years of tweaking myself and not making my client sit the right way right out of the gate.
So
I didn't learn that until later.
So you're adjusting yourself instead of adjusting the client.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're like doing nails upside down. Like, I don't want the client, the client's like this.
You're on a unicycle juggling.
Yeah. She's like, I got this. I don't want to put you out.
Yeah.
And it's like, no.
But that's that one client it's not hard for the client just to move. It
doesn't hurt them.
No, not at all.
Yeah.
Not at all. And you can still be comfortable and the client can just shift. I need you here. And no problem,
Yeah. But
so,
things that you don't want to verbalize sometimes when you're new.
Right. But what we're saying is verbalize it, and make sure you get these things taken care of. It'll allow you to have, physically long lasting career. Now, this is the fun part. The mental side of nails.
Almost more important than the physical.
Oh my God. I would agree.
Yeah.
I think it probably is more important. It's definitely equally.
Yeah.
Because you could be physically doing everything correct, but if you mentally burn out, you're going to have a short career. You're not going to last,
Probably faster. You'll work through pain. Mental.
Oh my God, torture is the worst.
Torture is, I am, you just that one day.
I'm done.
Done.
Yeah.
Light everything on fire, walk out. That's why I plan on quitting here at Young Nails. That's how it will go down, by the way.
Oh, good. I'm glad you
it's
let
on
me
camera.
know.
Doggone it, I was supposed to say that out loud.
Got to keep those details to yourself, Trace.
He's all, file this for the attorneys. And
keep this episode. How does somebody prevent that burnout? Right. Ultimately, I'm done with this, either because you're underworked, overworked. There's so many reasons that can contribute.
Yeah.
But to have a mentally stable, mentally healthy career, what's important? What do nail techs need to do?
trying to think of what I would deem more important, and I think they probably go hand in hand. So I'll just start with setting your boundaries and guidelines.
Boundaries and guidelines, huge.
That will exhaust you more than anything. If you have a miserable clientele that you have created because you have set no boundaries and no guidelines, and everybody shows up late, and everybody brings their kids, and there's places that allow that. But let's say you don't. It makes it's awkward. Everybody's upset. It's not fun. Or
if they're running all over you,
whatever.
Right.
Yeah. However, your clients are just because you're allowing it, so it's not their fault. You've never set these guidelines. It builds up and it builds up, and you just finally can't handle it. And I don't want this career anymore because I am miserable every time I'm at work.
Right.
So,
right.
That's the first one. And then the second one for me is pricing.
I mean, literally, I would agree with you. 1 and 2, 2 and 1, whatever. These are equally important.
Yeah.
Why? How can that cause? If somebody's charging a price, Trace, and they have the customers and they've got the volume and they're crushing it,
And they're the ones that set the price.
why are they going to burn out?
Because you get bitter.
Because you're not making
You're
money.
struggling.
Right.
You're struggling. You're
working crazy.
Yeah. We all go, what is a job you love? Well, eventually, if you're struggling, you get bitter towards it. You won't love it so much.
That's right.
And you, again, have created this because you're not charging. Habib's over here. He's perfectly happy. He's charging more than me, but I've put it in my head I can't do that. And I'm getting bitter towards this client who is only paying me what I've asked them to pay me.
Right.
Like that, you can't get upset with them, but we start building this resentment up.
Yep.
And it burns you out.
Dude.
Money fixes a lot of things, by the way.
I mean, the point of being in business
It's money.
right? So like, okay, money doesn't buy happiness and all those things. In the end, true. But if you start a business, the point is, I'm not saying like, you need to build your business to where you're buying jets and yachts. I'm not talking about that. Okay. Like we're talking about having a career that provides you
A living,
a financial comfort living style, and your kids, everybody's eating, you got a roof over your head, you have a car, you go on vacations, you're comfortable, right?
because Habib, this career, you are able to do that. It's not like it's a career that, well, this is the ceiling. I can't go past the ceiling because that no one's going to pay that. No, people are paying that. Nail techs make over $100,000 a year.
Yes.
They're out there. They're doing it. Now I don't want to work that much. I want to work half the time. Okay, $50,000 a year.
It's still solid
good.
income.
But if you are charging where you're working as hard as the person that's charging, doing the 100,000, and you are making 25,000, I'm just throwing numbers out there, by the way. You're gonna build up resentment.
Yeah.
You're gonna burn out.
Yeah, you're gonna burn out real quick if you are working like crazy and you're still struggling financially. I mean, I can speak from experience. That's what we did for many years. We were working like absolute crazy people.
Yep.
But Tracey, this is really great because like what the two things that you talked about, we didn't have any boundaries. Our customers ran all over us.
Yeah.
All over us. And we didn't have a pricing structure. When we actually looked into these issues, I remember this, and I've talked about this before, but there were accounts that we had that we were losing money. It's like, dude, we're hustling and we're ordering and dealing with vendors and paying bills to find out that we're actually losing money on these accounts. That's not setting boundaries and not having our pricing laid out. So we fired those clients. I called them up and fired them all.
Yeah. You either raise their prices.
Yeah.
Put them in the guidelines.
Exactly.
Or fire them.
Or let them go.
Yeah.
And that was kind of the start to, building a healthy, profitable business, But in the nail industry, you're dealing with, so many, if a full clientele, how many people is that? 60, 70, up to 100?
Depends. It's different for
everybody.
everybody.
Sure.
I for me, it's like 40 to 50 a week.
Okay.
Or more. I don't know.
Sure.
But when someone says full clientele, I automatically go to at least 40.
Yeah, a week.
Because
let's say 40 a week, right? 40 different individuals that you're spending 40 hours a week, roughly, right? Maybe it's a little less. I'm just on average, right? With 40 different human beings, this is not easy to do,
right.
And if you're not charging the right price, and if all these people are coming in and just running over you in your business, oh my God, you're not. It's going to be incredibly difficult. There's no way you're going to last.
It'll be a short-term career, or it'll be a miserable career. And I always think, like, if I could go and get a job where I don't have the overhead overhead of me of owning a business,
right.
all the responsibilities that come with that,
the risk,
and I can get health insurance, and I can go home at the end of the day and leave it at work, be done. Why would I do that if I can't make just as much, if not more
money?
Yeah,
exactly.
So,
and that's the thing. Like, people, like, why does somebody open their own business? Well, part of it is, like, there's a creativity in you that you need. You can't be, if a lot of jobs are going to say this is what you do and stay within these lines, right? Yeah. And so if you're somebody that you want to, like, break out and be creative, well, then you should start your own thing.
Yeah. And get paid for it.
And maybe, there's a lot of part-time out there, but ideally, like, if you want to build a long-term career, the things that have been laid out today, if you follow them, you will be in the game
for a long time.
And you will have a very happy, profitable, amazing career, but it requires difficult conversations with your clients.
Handling it as a business. I have one more, though.
Please.
You have to refresh and renew.
Oh, that's good.
Keep yourself educated. Keep yourself in with the trends. Keep yourself excited. Whatever that is, however that is.
Yeah, we've talked about that before. If you get to a point where you're doing the first two that we talked about, but literally you're a machine doing the same nail designs, the same stuff, and you're not introducing new stuff, you can get burned out.
Yeah.
Bringing in, challenging yourself, right? Like, that's
pushing yourself to the next level.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like, if you're only an acrylic tech, why not branch out into gel and do it and learn, educate yourself, new designs, color combinations, whatever it is.
Not necessarily for your clients. It's for you.
It's for you.
To keep yourself excited.
Yeah, absolutely. Let us know in the comments below your thoughts on how to have a long-lasting career. What have you done? Share it. We'd love to hear about it. And also, any ideas for future videos, comments below, please. Thank you so much, Tracey.
Thank you.
Thank you guys for joining us. See you next time on Biz Talk.